the WEC in Riyadh later this year. But we'll take a look at the highlights here once again for Indonesia. Very much a highlight reel for them. And it just looked like, you know, straight from the draft, we already knew kind of the game plan from Indonesia because we saw this yesterday and how dominant it was. And you're thinking, you know, Myanmar being undefeated and a great team themselves, they would be able to handle it. And I think when you look at the draft, that was the idea. Let's try to be tanky enough to survive the burst possibility that could happen like we saw from Albert yesterday on this Nolan pick plus the Guinevere. But I think it's just too much. It's you're CC'd for so long with the spatial migration, with the Violent Requiem, and then, you know, you have that burst potential. And that's just the two that we're talking about. Even with this fight here in the mid lane, you can just see how overloaded things were for Myanmar so early in the game. I mean, you know, in a similar fashion, Indonesia, they knew their power spikes. They knew how to get control in the early part. They knew how to punish. And that's tough. You see that from RubyDD. This is a good pick off. But earlier, the amount of effort that has to happen here for RubyDD, yeah, to get close to a target, to pick them off, is so difficult. Great penalty zone into the base, under the Zaman Force once again. And that's what makes this so devastating of a combination. Penalty zone, Zaman Force, you're forced to fight in it. There's Keyboy getting that set up to get Ken out. And then they just end the game here. And even CW there on the back, just getting those extra kills, of course. And it was too late. I mean, 16-1, under 11 minutes from Indonesia.